I can still hear the sound my body made when it hit the floor, a dull, heavy thud, like a book snapping shut mid-sentence. My brother was laughing. "Jesus, you're so dramatic," he tossed over, popping a chip into his mouth. Mom didn't even look up from her phone. "Stop acting. You're embarrassing yourself." I tried to speak, but my tongue felt like lead. The room tilted, everything muffled except the pounding in my ears. Then an EMT bent over me, fingers on my wrist, and his face changed, eyes wide, color draining. "Call for backup," he barked. In an instant, everyone was screaming. They all said I was doing it for attention. Funny, that's what they always said. When I told them Dad's new girlfriend was cruel behind closed doors, attention. When I said Ryan stole from my college fund, attention. When I stopped eating because their constant judgment made food taste like guilt, attention. But I wasn't starving for attention. I was starving for someone to notice I was breaking. It began with my brother, Ryan. 2 years older, golden boy smiles for photos. The kind of kid who took what he wanted when nobody watched. He'd tell people, "You're lucky I cover for you." And when things went wrong, missing cash, broken vases, failed tests, my name was the one that landed on their lips. He framed me so well that I started doubting myself. Mom swallowed every word. She'd smile and murmur, "Ryan's just trying to protect you." Protect me from what? Maybe from the truth, that she'd raise a son who could lie with a straight face. The betrayal crept in like poison. Small things at first, missing money, pills gone from the cabinet. Then one night Mom's diamond bracelet vanished. Ryan cried real tears and said he saw me take it. I watched Mom's face fold into disappointment as she called me a thief and told me pack. Ryan helped me to the door and leaned in close. "You really should have learned to play the victim better," he whispered. That night, I slept in my car, rain ticking the roof, hunger gnawing. By morning, the crying stopped. Something inside clicked. A quiet switch flipped. If they wanted me broken, I'd give them broken. But when they looked away, thinking they'd won, I'd make sure the truth buried them. Revenge doesn't erupt from fury. It starts with calm. I got a low-paying job near home and kept my head down at family events while Ryan bragged about promotions and shiny cars. I smiled when they ignored me. I watched. I documented. Mom's prescription refills, Ryan's gambling debts, the joint account transactions, the ways he masked money siphoning as house repairs. When overdraft notices arrived, he blamed her. When she blamed me, I let her. Silence is a weapon because liars hang themselves when nobody's shouting. Then came the fainting, the collapse, the ambulance. Nobody knew I'd been dizzy for weeks, nauseous and weak. Someone had been slipping crushed sedatives into my food, the same pills Mom kept in her cabinet. Ryan had been refilling them. I didn't tell the EMT. I waited. 2 days later, the hospital ran tests, and the cops were called. The sedatives matched Mom's prescriptions, the ones Ryan been topping up. I never had to speak. The evidence talked. Mom didn't scream when they took him. She just sat there, trembling, realizing what she'd raised. Ryan tried to flash that smug half-smile as they cuffed him. "Still playing the victim, huh?" he sneered. I leaned in close, so only he could hear. "Not anymore." After that, he didn't smile. People call it justice. I call it equilibrium. The scales finally righted, one quiet act at a time. After he was gone, the house felt too quiet. Mom started calling with small apologies and broken sentences. I didn't answer. I'd already said everything years ago when nobody listened. Sometimes I still hear Ryan's laugh in my head, sharp, mocking, that night echoing in my skull. Then I remember the EMT's face blanching. That was a pivot. The moment truth walked in wearing a uniform and gloves, and the lies bled out onto the floor. I don't want their apologies. I don't want attention. I wanted the truth to surface, and it did, louder than any scream, colder than any silence, and with perfect timing. Because revenge isn't loud, it's patient. It waits until everyone stops pretending and finally listens.